era indeed. Vamos, Carlos, because in the 2025 US Open men's singles final, we have seen Carlos Alcaraz beat Jannik Sinner 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4 to win the US Open 2025 crown for the second time. Remember, this is Carlos Alcaraz's second title at Flushing Meadows, having won his first title in 2022. Incidentally, that was also his first major Grand Slam title. Today, now he has established himself as one of the best in the business along with Jannik Sinner. The Sincaras era has well and truly begun because Jannik Sinner tried his level best, but today he came across a Carlos Alcaraz who was simply too good. Now, there was some very interesting context before the match even began. The match actually started 30 minutes late because of the arrival of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the US president, because of the extra layers of security that he had, all the fans had to wait outside. They had to undergo some extra checking, extra security, and because of that, the match was delayed. Trump sat next to that trophy position that is there, and he did see the US Open. Trump has seen the US Open a lot of times. He used to come there. He's a big tennis fan, by the way, and he came and watched these two gladiators battle it out. When he was there, there was a polarizing opinion that was there. Some jeered Donald Trump, some cheered him, some booed him, some appreciated him. That is the kind of polarizing figure Donald Trump is, actually. So that's why half an hour late the match began. But when the match began, it was truly a masterclass from Carlos Alcaraz. Aggressive, quick, netting his first serves brilliantly and winning it. Carlos Alcaraz actually had only two unforced errors in the first set. And because of his aggressive serve, where nearly 70%, he was simply just nailing it. And that is why he raced through the first set 6-2. But then Jannik Sinner, he did not lie down. He ensured that he fought. And like a true champion, he bounced back and won the second set 6-3. There he kind of met toe-to-toe with Alcaraz when it came to his first serve, when it came to his return. But that was the which Jannik Sinner got. Jannik Sinner then just was blown away in the third set and even in the fourth set. Remarkably, when you look at the statistics, that was the only break of serve that Jannik Sinner got in the entire match. The second set, when he wanted to take the lead, he got it 3-1, and Jannik Sinner never got another breakpoint opportunity after that. And this is the main reason why Carlos Alcaraz has managed to decimate Jannik Sinner. The aces, look at it, 10 aces to 2, double faults, 4 double faults to Jannik Sinner, 0 to Carlos Alcaraz. First serve, 70%. Second serve, also nailed it. And that is why 6-1 in the third set, he just went through it. He got a crucial break of serve in the sixth game. And that is why Jannik Sinner just could not come back from it. And because of that, Carlos Alcaraz has managed to win the US Open. And truly now, when you have to look at who is better, we don't know who is better, because for 2 consecutive years, both Alcaraz and Sinner have managed to ensure that they swap the slams and they share the spoils of the slams. Look at it. Jannik Sinner won the Wimbledon title. He won the Australian title. Alcaraz won the French Open and he's now won the US Open. Earlier, he had won the Australian Open and the US Open, Jannik Sinner. Alcaraz won French and Wimbledon. Truly, when you look at it, the big three might be, out of the big three, the big two are gone. Djokovic is still struggling out there, but he's reached the semifinals on all the 4 Grand Slams in 2025. And because of this now, you are seeing something remarkable indeed in the world of tennis. We thought that there will be a bit of a lull when Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic are all on their way out. But try telling it to the pundits. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have put on a masterclass. Although it was a 4-set game, Alcaraz clearly dominated. His serve was spot on. His aggression was spot on. The accuracy with which he nailed those serves and the returns, as well as only one breakpoint opportunity on the serve. whereas Sinner had 11 breakpoint opportunities. He gave Alcaraz 11 and he capitalized on 5 of them. And that is why this is a clinical performance from Carlos Alcaraz. And whatever way you look at it, the 2025 season has ended yet again with both of these superstars splitting the titles. Alcaraz winning the French Open and the US Open, Sinner winning the Australian Open and Wimbledon in the stage, denying Carlos Alcaraz the hat-trick, by the way. So this era has well and truly ensured that, yes, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner are here to dominate. I'll take a couple of comments. Abhishek Rawat, that's what he's pointing out. Twice in 2 years, they shared 2 titles each. Absolutely. And Dev Ahuja, thank you so much. Yes, that is because of you guys only we stay up late and ensure that we give you all the news in the world of sport that is there. So today and yesterday in the US Open, we now have our 2 winners. Aryna Sabalenka matched Serena Williams in defending her US Open crown as she beat Amanda Anisimova, and she's the women's champion. Here, Carlos Alcaraz has managed to win the US Open. And remarkably, when you have to look at defending champions, the curse continues. And if you look at it, Carlos Alcaraz, he had a chance to win it in 3 sets, but he's won it in 4 sets. And that is why in the entire US Open, the final is the one match where Carlos Alcaraz actually lost a set. You would remember that Jannik Sinner lost 1 set to Felix Auger-Aliassime of Canada in the semi-final. So that's the thing. Raj is saying Alcaraz-Sinner rivalry is like Fed-Knoll rivalry. Fed and Alcaraz has 1 extra gear. Sinner and Knoll are machine-like consistent. Result depends on the extra gear of Alcaraz and Fed on that day. Yes, although when you look at it in the head-to-head record, Sinner is behind Alcaraz, but Sinner is better against Djokovic. On the other hand, Alcaraz is slightly worse against Novak Djokovic. So that is why these 3, Djokovic, 1 more year, he has said that he's going to play. But as far as 2025 is concerned, it is the Sincaras duo that have dominated yet again. And kudos to them for ensuring that, yes, you kept us entertained even at 3 a.m. in the morning here, IST. So yes, Carlos Alcaraz is your new champion in the US Open. 2nd title, he now has 6 titles now. 2 French, 2 Wimbledon and 2 US Opens. If he can win the Australian Open next year, he would have completed the career Grand Slam. And that is why this is very, very important now. If Sinner also manages to win the French Open, he will complete the career Grand Slam as well. So in 2026, will we see these 2 greats do it? That remains to be seen now. But congratulations to Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos, Carlos. It's truly a fantastic achievement indeed. And that brings an end to the Grand Slam calendar in 2025. There is the ATP season year-ending championships. Let's see how that happens. Raj is saying Alcaraz is a more complete player on all courts than Nadal. Kind of disagree. I think Nadal, for his inconsistencies and for his weaknesses, he somehow adapted brilliantly. And that's why I think they are on the same page. But yes, he does look far more accomplished. At the age of 23, we thought that Nadal was a one-court wonder. But Alcaraz, already before he turns 23, he's won it everywhere. He just has to win the Australian Open. And that's it. Career Grand Slam achieved at the age of 23. Who would have thought? Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.